Recently, I was researching on YouTube and I found out that there are not many videos which would tell or explain a person how to look for a master's program or a bachelor's program in Germany. So, for instance, most of the times, what people have contacted me from Pakistan, and they wanted to get some information as to how to move to Germany, where to look for programs, which universities are good, which are not, etc. etc. Looked up online and searched on YouTube, did not find any particular video which would explain step by step as to how to look for a master's program here in Germany. So that is why I think this video would be really knowledgeable, and I would put it in a different playlist as well in educational. So, how to find your program in Germany? First thing which you need to do is you need to go to this website daad.de. I would link it in the description. You can find it there as well. So, this is what you would be seeing. So, this is the daad.de website, and you would first change it to English. I've already done that. And then you would go to study and research in Germany and go to international programs. Now, here you would see that there are 2050 programs available for students, for foreign students who want to study in Germany. Here, for instance, depending on what sort of degree you might have accomplished in your bachelor's program, you would want to pursue probably in a similar field. So you would have a rough idea. For instance, I would want to study master's program in mechanical engineering, right? So I would choose mechanical engineering, and I would also choose the type of course. Yes, I want to study in a master's program. I want to study in English, field of studies engineering. I would search. There are 280 programs available. We see that, and here you have 280 programs in your field in Germany, and this is the whole database which will show you each and every program from each and every university in Germany, whether it be private or public university. So that's a really good thing. Here you see the results, and now you have to filter out of 280 universities. One really good thing here is that on the left side you would see that there is a filter option. You can filter as to which specific subjects you want to study, which you want to look for. You can choose the language the course language in which you want to study. You can also choose the city. So some people might have relatives in Germany or might have friends in Germany who live in a specific area, so they prefer to move near them, right? So in that case, people would want to choose specific cities where they would want to choose their program from, and that you can do that there. The type of institution, there are two types of institution mostly in Germany. One is the university, and the other one is the Hochschule, Technische Hochschule, sometimes they say it. So the Technische Hochschule is basically University of Applied Sciences, and the university is university. The difference between the two is that applied science universities are focused more towards application and practical work and practical learning, whereas universities are more research oriented and they focus a lot more on academics and research and development. That is the big difference between these two types of institutions. My opinion on that is, and some people also say that in terms of when it comes down to employment, jobs, people sort of say that it is better to graduate from a university than a Technische Hochschule, but I'm not sure, and I cannot prove that opinion. I just heard it somewhere and I'm just informing you guys. In terms of institution, okay, fuck that. So here you would see different master's programs from different universities, and as you go down, you can see if there is a program which is more suitable to you, and some programs which are more relevant to you. Here, for instance, you will see that it shows you the tuition fee per semester as well. So not all universities are free in Germany. That is true. Mostly in one of the province, which is in the southwest. I don't exactly remember the name. That province has implemented some form of tuition fee for students since the last 1.5 years, 2 years, I think. But still the rest of Germany is still free. Now, when I say free education, that does not mean that you don't have to pay anything. I can basically make a video on what sort of expenses there are for a student when they move to Germany. But as far as tuition fee is concerned, no tuition fee basically means that you have to still pay like 200 to 300 euros per semester, which is literally not a lot. So in that amount, the quality of education which you're getting at these big universities in Germany, that is huge. So literally, like, people would say that it's free, and I think so, that it's literally free education as well. You should not trust all of the information given on this website, meaning that, for instance, when you are here, you shouldn't. So for instance, if you open this computational mechanics page at the Technical University of Munich, now this is the DAAD website's page about the university program, yeah? And they have these overview, course details, they would have the cost and funding and requirements. But still, I would suggest you, once you have filtered down the programs which you are interested in, you should go to the specific program's website and look for requirements there, because it could be that the university's requirements had recently changed and the DAAD website is not up to date. So just to be sure, you would write in computational mechanics the same program at TUM, and you would basically then computational mechanics TUM, and you would then jump to their specific program university page, and here all of the information which you would be able to see, that would be the latest requirements, those would be the latest formally asked questions where you can get information from, how many credits, etc., semester fee. So this is how you would find a master's program on this website. You go there, you type in your queries, you filter it down, you would be able to find your program. If you have any questions, do let me know. I would be able to answer them. If you need more explanation on a specific part, do let me know. I could make another video explaining to you those ideas. If you want to know more about live study, if you want to know more about expenses, daily student expenses, how to find student housing, accommodation, etc., I can make videos on that. So feel free. Yes, this is the place where I looked my master's program. Although I was already in Germany when I was doing my bachelor's, still I use this website to look for my master's program and apply for different master's programs. So yeah, just change the language, etc. Yeah, that's good. You understand that.